Hey, welcome to my channel. So today I want to be doing a little review on the Too Faced White Chocolate Bar Palette. I actually picked this up from Sephora right when it launched because I was super excited about this. I wanted this the minute I saw the teasers online. I thought all the colors, which I'll show you a close-up in a second, all the colors were something that I would use. They're light colors. You don't see too many light colors or cool tone palettes out there, so I was really excited about this. And to be honest, if I had done this review like a month ago when I had planned to do it, it would have been very different. But now that I've had time to play with it, I kind of have some different thoughts about it. So anyway, let me show you the packaging. This is the outside of the packaging. It's just like their other Too Faced bar tins, and it looks like a chocolate bar except it's white because it's a white chocolate bar. And you know, the back has, I don't even know what it has. It has just like a little blurb on the palette. Who reads that? Nobody. So when you open it up, it has a mirror, and then it has all the shades. I don't know if that's in the camera. It has all the shades, and looking at it, you think, wow, they look really light and pastel, and yes, they are, and that's what this palette is kind of supposed to be. There's one black and a couple of like mid-tone shades. I wouldn't say deeper shades because they don't come off that deep. They're kind of like a mid-tone. So for me, I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's a good like everyday palette with a few pops of color in there, with a green, like a pinky orange, peach, that's what peach is, and like a lavender. So I was like very excited, and the first couple of looks I created with it, I was very pleased. I liked the performance of the shadows. I used mostly the shimmer shades and the chocolate syrup and smoked sea salt in the crease as like a quick, easy eye look, and it looked nice. It looked good for me. Not every day do I want to do something dramatic. Now, with that said, let me quickly talk about this eye look today that I tried to do. I tried to make it a little bit more dramatic, but the black kept shearing out to this gray color and it wouldn't build. Now, it also has big chunks of silvery purple glitter in it, which we all know how I feel about that. I do not like matte shadows with chunks of glitter in it. I think it completely defeats the purpose of a matte shadow or a shimmer shadow. It doesn't do either well, so I'm not sure why they still come out with these shades, because they don't perform well. And all the glitter falls on your face, which happened to me today. And the black, even though I tried pressing it on, not even blending it, just pressing it on, it just crumbled onto my face and transferred, and I wound up getting it even on my lower lash line where I didn't even want it. So I was really disappointed in that. But I will say, when I first used the black sugar shade, which is the black, I used it as a liner, and it worked amazing as a liner. It, for some reason, came out really black and kept a wing, and I didn't have any problems with it. But trying to use it as a shadow, which is what it's for, and it's the only dark shadow in this palette, it didn't perform well. So I'm really disappointed in that. The chocolate syrup and smoked sea salt shades are really nice for me personally. They do add a nice depth to the look, but it stops there. It doesn't get any deeper, obviously, because black sugar is kind of useless. So for me, it's a good, quick, easy eye look. But with that said, I've tested out Lavender Cake, which is the purple shade, Guilt Free, which is, to me, what I thought would be a nice taupey gray crease color. And those two in particular, I felt performed worse than any other color in the palette, even the black. The Lavender Cake shade goes on really nice. It's a light pastel purple, but almost immediately after application, it kind of fades away, brushes away, like disappears into the air, and becomes this like light gray purple, which, okay, so I tried building it up, and I can get a decent look, but no joke, an hour later that color had faded and the crease color had transferred onto my lid, and it became kind of a weird muddy patch in the center of my eye. So I was just like, I also didn't use any of these with a wet brush or glitter glue, so that might make a difference. But for me, a palette like this, where it's supposed to be a quick, easy eye look with like a couple shades, I don't want to spend the time doing all those extra steps to do a quick, easy eye look. There's so many palettes out there that you can do that with that don't have problems. So to me, I really, really want to love this palette, but the more I try it, I just can't. I can't love it. So with that said, the shimmer shades are beautiful. They swatch beautiful, which I'll do a bunch of swatches on my arm in a second. They swatch beautiful, they perform really well, they look really nice on the eyes. But there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmer shades, you know, out of this whole palette. And I don't know, I just having a hard time loving this. The mint chocolate shade was the one shade that I thought I didn't like. Like, I was like, I don't really want that. It doesn't look like a pastel green, and it doesn't look like a mint green. It kind of looked like a muddy, weird green straight off the bat looking at the palette, but on the eyes it looks really nice, and that one did perform well. I wore that all day on Christmas Eve and I really liked it, but I don't really wear green eyeshadow all that often, so There are a couple of really nice matte shadows in here. Frosted Apricot is really nice. It's actually pretty bright and it packs a punch despite everything else being kind of lackluster. And Cake Batter and Cookie Dough are actually really good transition shades. Cake Batter has a little bit more of a peachy undertone, so it kind of adds a warmth to this neutrally cool toned palette. And Cookie Dough, while it does have chunks of glitter, the glitter kind of just disappears and you can make it work as a crease shade. Now, the one shade that I absolutely wanted so much out of this palette was Raspberry Rose, and I put it on with a brush and it looked blah. It didn't show up well. So I tried using my finger, and then I finally got the pink undertone with the gold, because it is like a pinky gold, and it looked nice. And now on my eyes, you can't tell. You can't tell that it's pink. You can't tell that it's gold. It's just kind of like a light neutral shadow. So it's kind of disappointing. Now, this palette retails for $49. $49. When you think about it, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance that everybody loves is $42, and it has better quality, better blendability, you know, pigmented, creamy shadows. The Prism palette, the Subculture palette even, $42. I don't understand where they get off charging $49 for this, when it's a bunch of chalky shadows that blend away and don't have good lasting power, blendability, pigment. I'm just kind of really disappointed. And I am probably the only person that looked at this palette and was like, yes, I want it. Because everyone else was like, ah, that looks like a chalky mess. And you know what? I hate to say it, but it kind of is. So I don't think I could recommend this palette. I think I might actually return it, which is sad because I really, really like the tones in here. I like the shadows. I really like the shimmer shades, but why am I going to keep it just for the shimmer shades when there's so many palettes out there? The makeup market is saturated, oversaturated with eyeshadows and makeup in general. So drugstore has excellent quality shimmer shades. So for me to spend 50 bucks plus tax, you know, on a whole palette just for a few shades that kind of perform okay, it has me really disappointed. I must say that, you know, Too Faced is kind of, you know, rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but I keep trying them because I keep loving them, and I love their packaging and I love their color selection, so it's kind of hard for me to say that I don't really recommend this anymore because I really wanted to love it. I think the thing is too that their limited edition releases don't have very good quality. I feel like maybe their permanent items have better quality, but even still, I feel like once they got taken over by Estee Lauder, their quality has just gone down a bit, and they keep producing more and more collections. It's like they come out with something new every month, and I just feel like maybe they should take some time and just work on something really good and make the quality really good, especially since there's so much out there. I don't know, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you picked this up, if you like it. I know there's a bunch of color combinations that I was planning on doing, so if anybody does want to see that, let me know. But for me, I just am kind of disappointed, and I don't feel comfortable recommending this palette, even though I wanted to love it so much. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you picked it up, like I said, and any looks you created with it, any tips and tricks on how to make it last, or whatever you found with this palette. So thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, leave it down below as always, and